Hey everyone, what's up? Today we're checking out the Sonoma from Wired In Radke boards. I've been looking forward to this board for quite some time. Since it was first teased, I want to say about a year ago. Really glad it's finally here. I'm excited to share my thoughts with you guys. It's been on my desk for 2+ weeks and literally it hasn't left my desk. So really happy, really satisfied with how it came out. We'll go over the group buy details and the product page over on wiredin.com. Basically, go over the color options, the plates, the pricing, what comes with the board, add-ons, things like that. And then we'll get into my thoughts, what I like, what I wish was different, and then give my overall recommendation if this board's a buy or a pass. I'll leave you guys with a sound test. I have one up on my YouTube page already, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, let's get into it. So since I'm located in the US, I'll be reviewing the product page from wiredinstore.com, but I'll put the international vendors down in the description below. The details and the available options are pretty much the same. We're here on the product page that describes the board in detail, so make sure you guys give this page a look over. It describes the inspiration, the dimensions, what comes in the box, how you mount it, things like that. If you haven't already picked up on it yet, the theme of the board gets its inspiration from the moon. You can see this in the little intricacies around the keyboard, especially near the USB port and the backweight. This border kind of reminds me of like the boop from KBD fans. It's just not as round or oval shaped, but I actually like the shape of this board a lot more, especially at the corners, at the front, and the bottom of the board. Down here are the different mounting methods. You can choose between O-ring mount, plate mount, or PCB mount. If you do use the plate mount or PCB mount, you will have to use these little gaskets here. They come in 50A orange or 80A black. I chose 50A just because I felt like it was a more comfortable typing experience, but both come inside the package, so feel free to use both and see which one you like better. I did see though in the Discord that the packaging is now going to come with PCB snaps, so that now makes it 4 different mounting methods. So again, try them all, see which one you like better, and just build it to your preference. Moving down the page here, you get to see the dimensions of the board, but also what's in the box. You get the case, you get the plate, the silicone gaskets, the feet, PCB, daughter board, pour-on force brakes, as well as the assembly screws. Keep in mind that obviously the keycaps, the switches, and the stabilizers aren't included, so you will have to buy those separately. But mine already came assembled, so I didn't actually have to build anything other than just putting together the PCB, plate, switches, and keycaps. But TBD if you actually have to do this when your board comes in, but either way, it doesn't seem too difficult to build. If you click the PCB and Layouts tab here, you get to see the different options that both PCBs offer. Just keep in mind that the solder and the hot swap PCB, they offer the exact same layout. So it just strictly comes down to preference. Keep in mind though that the hotspot PCB is a tad more, which I think is like roughly $5 or so, but I am a 7U spacebar, step caps, as well as split backspace user, so great to see that offered in the hotswap version. Up at the top is this pre-order button, and when you click it, brings you to a page for you to order the board. The available color options are Sterling, which is silver, Flux, which is a PC variant, Lunar, which is Eco Cream, and then Blood Moon, which is that dark shade of red, and the board that's on my desk. Just keep in mind though, whatever color that you select comes with different accents. So for example, Sterling comes with stainless steel, Flux and Lunar both come with copper, and then Blood Moon has that black PVD. You can add additional accent kits down here at the bottom. Just keep in mind though, they are additional costs. If I had to pick a favorite color, I think it'd be between Sterling or Blood Moon, but honestly, all of these colors are great, and it just comes down to personal preference. PCB options are solder or hot swap. I personally prefer hot swap just because it's easier to build, but that will come with an additional $5 added onto the total price, so just keep that in mind. Plates are aluminum, CF, or FR4. But down here at the bottom, as you saw, you can definitely add additional plates and PCBs to your order. So overall, if you come up here to the top, depending on which PCB you get, it starts at $349 for the solder option and $354 for the hot swap. In my personal opinion, this board's fairly priced, especially for the quality of the board that you're getting, the PCB support, and the different plate options. But just keep in mind that you do need to tack on shipping at the end of all this. If you've been following the project and social media, you know that this board is currently available for pre-order, but it was recently extended to August 23rd. I really like that Wired In did that, just because it allows for other content creators to get their hands on it, provide feedback, show it off, basically just give us different sound tests and builds. That's what's beautiful about the hobby, right? Everyone has their own flavor or preference in building keyboards, so it's great to see those different references and viewpoints. So hopefully this review and the others will help you guys make a better informed decision, but let's get into my overall thoughts on the board. All right, so let's check out the build first before getting into my thoughts on the keyboard. This is the Blood Moon color. I'm using HMX Egg Yolks on aluminum, GMK WoB Red Cyrillic keycaps, 58 gasket mounts, and V4 night stabs. Like I mentioned earlier, I did try both the 50 and the 80 gaskets. I just felt like 50 was a more comfortable typing experience and didn't really make a whole lot of difference in terms of sound. But if you're going the gasket route, I would just try both, see which one you like better. I did not get the O-ring in my package, but Captain Sterling did. So if you want to hear how that came out, check out his content. And then I haven't had a chance to try the PCB snaps just yet. I like how this build came out. I'm not in a rush to change it. And once I get tired of it, I'm sure I'll give that a shot. But let's get into my overall thoughts on the design and the look of the board. As I mentioned earlier, I feel like the design is a home run. I really like the soft edges and the curvature of the board. You can especially see this on the side, and then also on the back here. It's really pronounced, which I like. This is what really makes the board unique. I do like the different moon phases on the back here, on the weight, and then also near the USB port. I feel like that's a nice touch. It's not in your face or overkill in terms of the theme, so I feel like that works. But overall, I think this is what makes this board stand out. This is what really makes the Sonoma in terms of the overall design and just aesthetically. It's really pleasing to look at. So let's get into the build experience. Like I mentioned earlier, my unit already came pre-assembled, so I didn't actually have to assemble the accent or the weight in this board. But looking at the product page again, I did notice that this accent piece is magnetic. It comes with six magnets, and you just put them neatly right on the case here where the USB port is, and it snaps right into place. These magnets are super strong, and this won't come off during typing. I can promise you that. Which makes it super convenient, right? So you can interchange the accents without having to take apart the entire board or messing with any screws. I just think this adds another layer of uniqueness to the board and allows you to make it yours. And like I mentioned earlier, you can grab the different accents on the product page when you're ordering. So in terms of the mounting methods, none of them seem overly complicated, actually really easy. The gaskets just sit neatly into the plate. O-ring just fits around the PCB and the plate, and you just put it down into the case. And same thing with the PCB snaps. You just need to put them where the little cutouts are on the PCB. So none of the mounting methods are overly complex, and it doesn't require you to take apart the board to put them into the case, which is great. It allows you to play with different mounting methods and see which one that you like best. You may have seen on Captain Sterling's stream about the gaskets. They weren't cooperating nicely with the board that he was doing on stream. The gaskets were flipping up. Also, they weren't sitting neatly into the little cutouts in the case. And that causes a lot of resonance and hollowness to the board when typing. But if you get them to seat neatly into those little positions in the case, it sounds fantastic. It just takes some playing around with to get them to cooperate. Randall and Wired In already stated that this is going to be fixed for production units. And like I said, I experienced the same issue, but it just takes some finagling there just to get it to sit right. But this is totally normal for proto units. It's good that we found it now, and that way we can fix this for the production boards. So good that we found that again. But like I said, it's a very minor issue, and I wouldn't worry about it if you're considering this board. But otherwise, I don't really have any issues in terms of the build experience. I think this is another high mark from me. Really simple to build in terms of the accent and then also the different mounting methods. So next, let's get into the sound of the board, and then we'll get into my overall thoughts. So sound-wise, I'm really happy with this. Once I got the gaskets to sit nicely into the case, I'm not hearing any resonance or hollowness, any crap noises. It sounds fantastic. Again, I'm using the aluminum plate with HMX switches, and I feel like this case is really making those switches sound brighter and clackier. I would be interested to see how the CF and the FR4 plate sound in this, but I only got the aluminum. I also wish that softer plates were available, and I'll get into that in my overall thoughts. But yeah, like I said, this board sounds fantastic. I will leave you guys with a another sound test at the end of all this so you guys can hear it, but I don't see a need to switch the switches out just yet. I'm liking this build. I will probably play around with it to see what other sound profiles I can get out of it. Maybe try some cherry on Alu, and then maybe some tactiles. But once I get those builds in, I will be sure to post those sound tests up on my YouTube so you guys can hear those as well. So, but yeah, let's get into my overall thoughts of the board. Okay, so is this board a buy or is it a pass? If you haven't already guessed it, this is getting a buy from me. Highly recommend it. This board just checks all the boxes for me. Quality look and feel, especially in the design. Easy build experience. Plenty of options in terms of colors, accents, plates, and mounting methods. Decent price and sounds fantastic. What more can you ask for in terms of a board? Like I mentioned, the group buy is extended till August 23rd, so you guys have some time. Two things that I wish were different. I wish that the softer plates were made available, like PP or PC. I just feel like that would resonate with some of the community that want a softer typing sound. But I think I will try to get a PP plate cut for this board and throw it in here and see how it sounds. If it sounds good, I'll upload it to YouTube so you guys can hear it. And then maybe I'll recommend it to Wired In and they'll consider it, but we'll see. And then lastly, obviously the gasket issue that I was talking about earlier just took longer than I anticipated in terms of building the board, but once I figured it out, it sounded great. I know it's a proto, it's getting fixed for production units, but I just felt like I had to mention it here. Other content creators are going to be checking this board out, so be sure that you guys review their content before making a decision on this. Hopefully this video helped you guys out in getting one step closer. If you guys wouldn't mind, smash that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel. I'm also going to drop my affiliate link down in the description as well for Wired In. So if you guys are getting this board, I'd appreciate it. Again, that helps me out tremendously. I'm going to be leaving you guys with a sound test of this board and this current config. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is there anything that you guys would like to see in terms of sound tests? And then maybe I can build that and upload that to YouTube if I get some time. So thanks again, guys. As always, appreciate your support, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks.